Hello? Is anybody out there? Anybody? Hello? Me click through my links of links. That's better, I guess. I need it back here because it's cold. It's cold. So I finished up watching Sister of Ursula. Hello, Dirk. Hey now. Sister of Ursula, the third movie in the Forgotten Giallo set 4. Yes, Scott, I am. I'm hopped up on gummy bears and C4s and gummy worm lits. So, yeah, Bill. Hello, Brad. But back to Sister Ursula, the new Blu-ray. It looked really good, and I mean, some segments I guess are pretty crappy looking. No, but hi, Darren. But yeah, I like the music. That song they sang about the eyes. The nightclub girl singing. I guess that's it, huh? But and then there's the song of suspense, the suspense theme of Sister of Ursula, as that said, and I like there's one scene where Barbara Magoff is just sitting there, and her boobs half hanging out, and she has the same hair. It kind of encases her face, and it doesn't ever seem to change. And her sister, who sleeps in the nude, Daggy. But anyway, I don't even know. I can't even think of what I watched earlier for some reason. But anyway, what did I watch last night? Shoot. Watched ridiculous movies last night. Tubi, I watched The Dead Hate the Living. I hadn't watched that in a while, so yeah, the Forgotten Giallo set was pretty good. I'm sure they're coming out with more, but you know, it's just going to be weird what comes out next. Need some C4. did see that they said they're going to do another Scream movie. They got green lit. So we'll see how that goes. Hello, Mr. V. Oh. We got forecast a big apocalyptic ice storm. And so I got my crap working, my generator working, and all that, and then luckily nothing happened, but it was just kind of ridiculous. Dirk says he just watched Evelyn's the night Evelyn's come out of the grave. That was always one. It was weird because you think it's going to be the cover with the chick or the guy or somebody holding a guy's head or whatever. But yeah, it's more. I guess it's got more of a Giallo theme. That sounds good, Darren. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that, Mr. Bedside Greaser. That is. Oh, Scott's watched Jacob's wife off a Shudder. I mean, I've been wanting to watch that, but I think the runtime is a little much, or it's a little high, and I'm just kind of evening out, like, what I don't want to spend 3 hours on a movie. Oh, hey, Brad, that's cool. There was some weird stuff. I think, I already talked about that cell. But, yeah, that was weird Severin. A lot of Severin, more than a few Severin titles on there. Oh, yeah. What the hell they call that? Cat of Nine Tails. That's what they call it, I believe. But I don't know. Yeah, it's a wild and wacky film. I think, yeah. Like I say, there's like a documentary on, Beast and Heat's got the Nazi exploitation documentary that you could dive into that. I mean, there's all kinds of little sub-genres. Also watching that Netflix show, the Korean, yet another Korean zombie thing. It's called We're All Dead or something like that. But it's pretty much. Oh, that's cool, Scott. I've been aiming to watch it. I have it for seen. I've got it, but I haven't never reviewed it. But the Korean thing kind of it's almost like Battle Royale, but with zombies, because these kids are trapped in this in their school, and then I think there's like multiple people who are alive and in different areas, and I don't know. It's. I was thinking it was getting ready to kind of switch up, do something different on the show in the last episode, but then they changed it back. It changed it. The direction of the story went back to being in the school. So pretty. Let me get the damn dog in. Oh. Come on. Come on. Get in here. Is anybody else? I don't even know if anybody else is out there. Now I think Well, Rye the horror guy says, "Have you seen Allison's Birthday? I think I'm gonna get it tonight. Go to it tonight." I mean, I have seen it, but it's been a while. I know it's on Shudder. What do you want, Biggin? So, I mean, I unfortunately, I just can't recall too much of the story. I know it's Australian. And as far as Fulci's Contraband, I mean, it's from Cauldron. I mean, I don't think you can probably go wrong, because I heard it. Some people were. It's been a while since I saw it, but I mean, I was listening to some people podcast talk about it, and I was like, "Damn, I need to go see this movie again." Oh, any Giallo I should stay away from. Well, I mean, it depends on what your definition of good is. As far as there's some really good there's some bad ones, like what was that, Bad Inclinations, I believe it's not great. But it's, for some reason, I still find it entertaining. I don't know. I know there's some that some people like, and but the Footprints on the Moon, I just remember being like, what the hell is going on? And but you know, there's I don't know. I mean, I can't think of any offhand. Depends your taste. If you're looking for really good ones, obviously, that one would probably be not one. The 2003, I believe, Bad Inclinations. It's really bad, but in a good way. And here, the big dummy's here. Get in here. Come on, you hounds. J1972 is in the house. I still need to kind of shoot. Can't remember now, but talking about the scorpion with two tails. Also, there's a great, if anybody's unaware, there's a great YouTube channel called Giallo Realm that has tons of these movies from different, Spanish, had Spanish ones and everything, but I would definitely look on there for any obscure ones. Speaking of one, Darren and us are going to be doing a podcast tomorrow about Dario Argento's opera, so that'll be fun. Chris V, you and Dana going to watch the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm just going to watch it because I want to see what the hell. The one scene, he looks like he's coming out of the toilet in street trash after being melted. The mask, it's just like it's got blue, and I'm going to watch this because I want to see. This is going to be either, I know it's going to be pretty, maybe like a train wreck, but that might be still fun. Hey, Scott, you know that, huh? Yeah, it's amazing that I got so many Spanish language films. I don't know, Bedside. I haven't really seen much of the story as of yet. The trailer kind of, you just don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a thing. I mean, Because that's going to be something. I want to see where he gets lost out in the cornfield like I used to be, and you have to figure out how to get the fuck out of there. And why would you be walking up? I don't even know what the hell that shit is. Is that cotton or is that opium? I don't have no clue what he's in. He's just in a field of brown flow somethings, you know, little stains that stick up with a pop on them. Popsicles. I did see some weird shit. Look like shrooms. Yep. That could be it. I guess. I saw something. Apparently, there was a fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre game or something, and I was like, I don't remember that. Or actually, I think it's supposed to either came out last year or this year. But ooh, whoa. Holy shit. VCA's putting out a Night of 1,000 Cats and Mary, Mary, Bloody Mary double feature in June. That is hilarious. Oh, it's not out yet. Yeah. I think I saw. I mean, I remember seeing it, but I couldn't seeing when it was available. But it kind of looks like it just switches views, so it's almost like they took some of the Friday the 13th game and used the mechanics for that, because it's weird. At one point, you're like the guy trying to run away, and you run into Leatherface, and then you switch characters, and you turn into Leatherface trying to kill the character that you were just playing. Wow. Oh, that's some interesting stuff there, Dirk. Yeah. Well, Jay, I just found an HD print of Night of 1,000 Cats, and it looks pretty good. It was kind of crazy. Somebody has already put that out somewhere. Yeah, Dawn of the Discs, yes.
Night of 1,000 Cats is a shitty movie.
Yes, thank you. And this is one that's coming out from MVD Monday morning. I do not remember that hearing that, or seeing that one before. It's a wonder I didn't get to see all that in. I never saw it in any video stores. It's very strange. I know a lot of people excited about the Vinegar Syndrome release of Sister Sister. Ooh. I used to wear MVD's underwear. Ah, Jay, yeah. Well, I was smart, or trying to be smart, but I did get the Class of Fear. I guess me, Jason Lively, maybe, I think. There's some on Shudder. They put a lot of the Universal movies with Boris Karloff since they put on the documentary. I see, but yep, I got it right. Where's my bell? Bing, got one right. Well, I'm on the board. It was. I'm glad Patrick still lives for a while, for a little while, and I was going to watch it today, but then I go, man, I need to watch Sister of Ursula, and then now I got to watch Opera. Well, Scott, I'm tempted to get the 4K of Frankenstein steelbook from Best Buy. I got the one for Dracula, but I didn't get any of the others. But because they're still in stock, unlike most of the Best Buy steelbooks. No, I've not heard that, Jay, about Vudu removing the download options. I mean, we switched all our stuff to Movies Anywhere or wherever the heck the other option was. And I've never even, I know you download them for offline use, or what I would assume, but I didn't, never use that option. Because I really don't trust all that shit. I mean, it's cool to get all these movies, and we have the codes so we can put them on there, but it just if the internet goes out, you're done. When and where? I would advise. Bava has got the Girl Who Knew Too Much from like the early 60s. And then in 69-70 he did Bay of Blood. So 70s would be the prime real estate of the Giallo. Anytime during the 70s. Early preferably. Oh. Yeah, Arrow. Of course, Amazon and get it that way, but Ooh. Tell you, staying up is not more enjoyable anymore for me. I'm just staying up to 9 o'clock was kind of a rough deal, because I usually feel the nice pillow behind my neck on my bed and just got halfway asleep by then. But so last night I think I stayed up to 9:30. 9:30. And if anybody's got Tubi, they definitely have a lot of they have a lot of full moon movies, and they have you don't even need anything else besides Tubi almost. So, but that's where I just go through some of these different services trying to find something. And that would be nice. The Tubies. And the Roku channel. You can get that on your Fire TV, and it's got plenty of... For my purposes, when I've watched all these shows and stuff on there, zero commercials, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but it's cool with me. It's cool. Yeah. Let's see. There's one supposed to be coming out from Scorpion called. Oh, forget about it. They're releasing. Full Moon is releasing Giallo in Venice. I guess. Yeah, I guess it was previously a Scorpion release. Hmm. Yeah. Thank you, Hints, Kenobi. I totally agree. Yeah, it'd be funny if that showed up. Oh, oh, free speech for that person, Darren. uh, yeah, Tubi definitely would be fitting in with the Into the Pit documentary. I think I No, I was watching stuff off my hard drive called Goodlesburg or something. It's one of those found footage films they've tried to do, and it's the first time of it is totally stupid and kind of meaningless, but to the rest of the story. And okay, Ken, yeah, I was tempted to get the Antichrist because I was like on, was it maybe I was on deep discount. It had a sale, I forgot 15% or so off, and I was going through some of their titles, and I saw that, and I was like, maybe I get that. And I was trying, maybe I get that, but I didn't get anything. Well, there you go. FM. Like the radio. But they put in another thing is 88 Films is putting out Zetter, with the really good poster that DEADPIT kind of uses sometimes, the Revenge of the Dead from 1983. I mean, the movie, I liked it. The ending killed it for me because it's like nothing. I'm sorry to or spoil the film. If that's spoiling it, saying it doesn't really have an ending for me. But you know, we're getting into some good questions here, guys. No, as far as Nightmare Alley, I have not yet watched it, but I do have it, so I was going to watch it maybe tomorrow, maybe, I don't know, just depends. The new Exorcist trilogy that David Gordon Green is doing. I mean, I'll be interested to see the trailers and all that, but I mean, you can't really tell right now. I don't really care. If they're actually going to remake it, that I would hope it not a lot of CG because that'll look really shoddy. 3 toppings on pizza. Well, I guess pepperoni. I always get extra sauce, and after that, I don't know. Maybe sausage, but I mean, again. Yes, I mean, I didn't even hear about Nightmare Alley. I mean, the title looks familiar. but in the past, but yeah, I saw images of the black and white version. I'm sorry, the original version, which of course is in black and white. I know they took the new movie and made a black and white version of it, but yeah, I'm interested. I don't know. I since I can't, I need to watch it. Targets. Do I like Targets? I mean, I've been watching the documentary, kind of kind of sparked the memories that I've seen Targets, but it's been many years ago. I remember ending up in a drive-in. Red. Have you seen anything good on TV? Maybe Netflix is what I've seen. Is that new zombie film or zombie TV show called We're All Dead, I believe. It's, like I said earlier, it's kind of reminds me. It takes place all in high school, pretty much, and so it kind of reminds me of Battle Royale with zombies, but it's a little more to it than that. But I like it so far. Yeah, Freaks. Definitely, when I saw Freaks, man, that was rough. I remember I saw the trailer somewhere, and I can't remember. It could have even been on public television, and man, that freaked me out. Or maybe I saw it on a documentary. It's hard to say, but and then when you watch the movie, it's pretty freaky. No pineapple on pizza. That is nothing about that appeals to me. Mr. Bedside Greaser is asking, did you used to watch Sammy Terry? I watched it sometimes, but I didn't even know it existed because we live so far from Bloomington, Indiana. Just the antenna had to be the big antenna had to be certain ways. And luckily, there's a lot of people online who actually taped a lot of episodes of Sammy Terry. And some of the segments, I guess, are on YouTube. But I got, I don't know, four to seven or so of the shows, mostly ranging in the 80s. And then there's one from 1972, which was pretty cool. So 12 Monkeys 4K. Yeah. Again, that's one I've seen, but I don't recall if it. I mean, I know the basic story, but I just don't know about it for me to purchase. I just don't know. Ellen Burstyn's supposed to be in it. Well, damn. That shit's. It's like 45 years ago or something. She can't be nobody's mother. She has to be somebody's great grandmother or something. But I did see that is that my lead way into everything? The Horror Hound that's going to happen in Cincinnati, Ohio, they're having like a Scream reunion and some other and free, almost like a lot of people from John Carpenter's The Thing is going to be there. They need to take Linda Blair and like pump her up with something because she's getting kind of dried out. She needs to hydrate. Ugh. That woman needs to hydrate. Hydrate. The rainbow. I really do like watching those kind of things with horror hosts. You know, the ones I've seen and stuff like that. It was fun. It's too bad I missed that missed the where TV people had the TV stations had hosts to show movies and stuff on a regular basis throughout the day and the night. Well, she'd either be like the top of the cream if she stayed with Rick James, or she'd be dead with Rick James. Yeah, she's all about the her doggies, whatever charity that may be. Sister Grimm was my favorite. Public domain. I always like the ones that just they do it on the internet, possibly, or whatever what broadcast channels, you know, like 15.3, and they'll show all they can do is public domain movies. So it's obviously going to be one of them is going to be Night of the Living Dead. So, and then it'll be like some old shit from like 1931, you know, but not the main shit. It would be like some weird old film that nobody knew of. But I always find those things funny. Hey, Streamy Elements is in the house. But yeah. But Grandpa Monster, I mean, I that part of the cycle I don't really 100% remember. It seems like it happened. But Hexen. Yeah, that's it, man. They do, Dirk. That's one of the films is Hexen. And Horror Hotel with Christopher Lee. I think that's also public domain. The Sixtuple X. Do I still get energy drinks? Yeah. But now I usually only get one a weekend, or I drink one a weekend or something. But this time I did drink two. I had one yesterday. Oh, God. I don't know. The Texas Chainsaw. It's going to be something. I think it might be another Sharknado level typhoon. Yeah, I actually have a few of the movies for Grandpa Monster on Scary Saturdays. Yeah. Well, that sucks, man, Darren. But yeah, Elvira and Nate, and of course, was it? I guess Wizard put out those movies or VHSs from back in the day. Oh, wow. Heron Busters and The Big Racket. The Big Racket, I'm not sure if I've seen that recently at all, but Heroin Busters I've saw in the last 4 or 5 years. Yeah, that sounds like a good double feature. No, it was the real Grandpa Monster, Jackson. I don't know. That motherfucker must have been really... He lived for a long time, or he just looked old. He was probably like 25 when he was playing Grandpa in the 60s or something. Something like that. But I doubt that's the case. Yeah, I mean, there was nothing. I mean, other than if you were in the 90s, Joe Bob was on the movie channel, but of course that's something you had to pay for. But then later, or actually, sometime within the 90s, he went to Monster Vision, so. We version Laurie Strode, so I guess maybe. Well, obviously, there's too much history with Laurie Strode. Even since this one doesn't exist outside of the other whatevers, I don't know. As of right now, Laurie Strode would win. Oh my God. Al Lewis with the two Corys, that'd be a fucking great Playboy Channel exclusive TV show. Yeah, white hair. He did. No, he did actually have, because I remember seeing when his hair was kind of changing in the 70s, and he either had like a really like a dark patch that hadn't changed over. It didn't get snowed on. What do you think is the best current Giallo? Current Giallo film. Well, I'm kind of trying to interpret that. If it's like, you mean of the current time period? I mean, there's several that's been released that were pretty good. Francesca and the other one, the one I just got, Abracadabra. But obviously, the best Giallo film, if you're just talking about in general, that's Deep Red, in my opinion. No, Ken, I mean, you could try Rare Lust, Ken. That would be one place to look for some stuff like that. Unless you're a member of some other tracker for torrents. Yeah, I remember Commander USA, but the thing, we had a giant satellite dish in the backyard to get that, but definitely enjoyed many of that in Kung Fu theaters on Sunday. Al Lewis should have been the Penguin. You're absolutely right. Yeah, Tommy Lee's been. Maybe that's why his pecker got so big. Did you ever see it when he was honking the horn on the boat with it? Meredith. Oh God, Ben Grimm, do not watch Giallo with Adrian Brody. You will not be a pleasant experience. Do not. No, John. I mean, I have a digital copy of Shredder because somebody released it recently. I'm pretty sure they released it recently on Blu-ray. So, but nah. Fellow Canadian fans of Kansanian, like the band Kansas. I'm just seeing that one comment about implicated he was molesting them or something. And I'm like, oh, what happened to my eyes? I think I said Tommy Lee, as he was Tommy Lee fucking Pam. I just now saw it said Tommy Lee Jones. I mean, that Giallo movie with Adrian Brody, I would like to, throw that away. Adrian Brody was right to block that from coming here, but somehow it came anyway. I don't know. I guess he ain't got much stroke. I see. Upside down. All around. Doing the truck. Yeah. Yeah, I seen they had something. Death Game got delayed from Grindhouse, but then I heard someone was acting. They need to do sit out a correct disc for the house on the edge of the park because of some color timing issues. I was like, kind of makes me wary to get it. Torso looks amazing. It is. Got Tina Amut, the very fair-skinned redhead, looking incredibles, and there's some lesbians in it. There's a vanilla chocolate shake. So yeah, yeah. It's funny because the thing is sold out on their site. The house on the edge of the park. On the Severn site, it says it's sold out. But then they want like $50, $45, $50 for the Blu-ray on Amazon right now. I was like, are you insane? Yeah. I mean, they did a hell of a transfer cauldron for that Beyond Fear movie, which I'm not really thinking that's a great, even just a fun watch. It's okay. It really mean-spirited kid or youngsters, young adults, but it did look really good. So I mean, I don't know. They're doing all that. Restoration and all that stuff. They're doing it in-house for Cauldron. They bought all the equipment to do it. So that, depending if this is just another dude running a program on auto, maybe to correct the imperfections. We'll see. Yeah, they have the other, like the Amazon and stuff, Diabolic, for pre-order. 14th. They're doing this crap where they're releasing, like Vinegar Syndrome's releasing shit like every time you turn around. Now we got some secret titles for Valentine's Day. DEADPIT on Patreon. Tiers start $1. The big wig is in the house for checking in to make sure nobody's violated any YouTube rules. The hats right now is keeping my head warm. Yeah, Madman. 4K, and then Dana's scary shirt. I do find it scary, or not scary, just I don't know. Young Sherlock Holmes, but yeah, Top Secret, man, that played on like Showtime. They played the shit out of that movie. All right, you're canceled. Everybody's they're. Can you imagine how many people if you would find out that you're doing all these releases and people are literally losing their shit because they don't have a Madman slip cover? And are they aware of this? Or are they just, or are they being like really crazy and diabolical in making the demand for this thing go up, but I don't know. I don't know if they're just like, it's released. Here it is. I understand, Mr. Jackson Jack. No, but they did get a picture with Eric C. Kahn one time. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, somebody could take all their slipcases and make a ton of money on fucking eBay, and then like you still got the movie, but now everybody's made themselves into slipcover lovers, and they gotta have whatever. That's the end of that. That's insane for the Wicker Man. I had the little wooden box that Arrow put out with the DVD and stuff, and it had like the burn on the wood top and stuff. I had that for many years, and I decided just one day just to get rid of it. I just sold it on YouTube. I don't think I got that much. Made $20 out of it. That's fine with me. The Diamond Man. Yeah. I mean, I'm becoming the same way. Sometimes certain things come out, and I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and pre-order that shit. Steelbooks, sometimes I'll get them, and sometimes I won't. And I don't know, something part of me says that this how long is these going to be worth anything in the future? And they're like, I don't know. Well, they maybe give you like a blow up bag and you stick it over your head and it's got bees printed on the inside of it. What about the Wicker Tree, the unofficial sequel to Wicker Man? I have that, but I've never seen it or watched. I watched like 4 minutes of the intro, and I was like, "Oh, it's not going anywhere yet, so I gotta go." Yeah, yeah. I got a lot of my steelbooks in the plastic cases I got off eBay to protect them because I got to protect it. Of course, some of them you get them and it doesn't matter because they've already been dented up. I have the steelbook of Guardians of the Galaxy, and that thing looks like somebody stepped on it before I opened it up. Yeah, but that's a long documentary. I mean, I'm interested in it to a degree. Definitely. I need to rewatch the Blood on Satan's Claw on Shudder since it's part of that group of films. Ken, I have no idea. About the Running Man German Blu-ray. I mean, I have not seen anything saying it's going to get released on 4K, but yeah, I would just look for reviews on the or the way it looks. If it looks good enough, screw it. Get it. Hmm. Well, they've already started doing some of that with Stephen King's movies. Yeah. On the Creep Show series, I'm assuming. I mean, the I can't remember individual stories. Usually they'll have one good story, and then the second one will be, one bad, or you'll have two bad ones in a row or something. But yeah, I mean, half of the this last season of Creep Show was, I don't recall anything being really good except the last episode that was basically putting yourself in a horror movie, and it was the public domain uh, Terror Express. There's another internet movie host favorite. So, even though there's a Blu-ray of it out, or I guess you just take the transfer. Yeah. Well, they have remade The Shining. Of course, not in a movie, but into a miniseries, which is something with 90s technology of CG. Zombie 2. Is that Zombie 2? The original Zombie? Or is that Zombie 3? Out of Zombie 3 and 4, 4 is not very good. 3 is a lot better. But I think 4 looks better. But, Ooh. That's not good, Ken. I don't know about Salem. I mean, I watched Salem's Lot this over last sometime in October. If you're asking for like some super duper specials, or special features, you know, we're I don't know, maybe at some point. I saw the remake for the Vanishing, but if what we're, I think that's the Dutch. There's a Dutch version or something like that, and shoot, I can't remember. I know Keith Sullivan was in it in the remake, but I don't remember. Yeah, the theme song for After Death, if you will, was something. So was the song from Sister of Ursula, Eyes, and it was like, the Stan remake series was really good off. I guess it's on Paramount Plus, but yeah, it was a lot better than the original miniseries. The technology and the look of it looks so much better. So yeah, it was really good. Yes, Keither was getting drunk and vanishing. He vanished his pants while he was at a restaurant one time, and I don't know why that's a classic alcoholic thing, I believe. It was good. The original Vanishing was a lot better. I for some reason think I've either seen a lot of clips of the original one, or have seen it. Maybe I got it from the local thing, but our local place. You're getting collect effects or conflicting reports. It's if you got to be really good and awake to watch it. Is what it means by woke. It's a good suspense film. Yeah, I'm always like, damn. DEADPIT on Patreon. What's your thoughts on the whole franchise of Texas Chainsaw Massacre? As a franchise. The franchise collection. The first one is really one of a kind kind of films, at least. You don't want to go any further than that. The second one, is wacky, mid 80s fun. Not really meant to be taken seriously. The third one is really good. I enjoyed it a lot. And then of course, the whatever the fuck it is, the next generation, new generation. You know what I'm saying? It was weird and wacky. I don't even know about anything else about the remakes. The first one I thought was alright. The second one was not very good. Not very good. But the good. Leatherface, no good.
Steve's full of shit.
Whoopi Goldberg, canceled.
Huh?
She said stuff about the Holocaust that the Jews didn't like.
What, did they take her off The View?
Yeah.
Oh.
Batshit crazy, which is going to explain the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre coming soon to Netflix. So that's going to go down in flames. My hopes are, yes, Mick Garris is playing Sally.
Is he really?
He finally is now trans, and now we know why he grew his hair out. Whoa, easy Jackson about owning people.
Hey, Darren.
We just own people online. We don't talk about owning them. That's not right. The damn. But anyway, here's Dana. My voice is gone. I hear my voice in the living room.
No, that's because I had the
Living room.
the watch along we did for Terror on Tour.
Oh, lovely. Terror on Tour. By the way, my YouTube channel, I put in for not monetization, so maybe I can make some money off these Spanish horror films. Thank you. Thank you guys for this.
Steve, are you still full of THC?
No, I'm half empty.
He's about a quart low. And I made the mistake of drinking some whiskey on top of those dirty Shirleys I had. I know, not you. I should be warmed up after I had that whiskey, but I tell you what, this microphone gets in my way. Steve.
Well, I can't. Well, it's movable.
I know I did. I moved it down.
I'm just a clown taking off his makeup.
Why was Steve full of THC? Jackson and Jack asked about that. Hey, Brad. Steve is off the phone gummies. I'm gonna choke to death.
Yes, she is.
Steve, if you don't stop that, you're going to have to stay here and massage my shoulders.
Is this the real Dana? Yeah.
Yes, Scott, it is. I, yeah, I'm proud of myself too, Jackson Jack, for wearing a different T-shirt. This is my new Joe Bob and Darcy and Ernie shirt. I don't know if y'all can
Bert
see
and Ernie
on there. Steve's weird.
No.
I got this shirt in a tote bag after the Christmas extravaganza that Joe Bob and Darcy had.
Like Tony the dancer.
What?
Extravaganza like Tony dancer.
What are you talking about?
Tony dancer like extravaganza.
Okay, Steve's getting weird now. I don't know. I drank, but he had the THC gummies, so he's really weird now.
It's medical gummy bears.
No, Wes, I'm not becoming an alcoholic. I only had 2 Dirty Shirleys and a shooter glass of Fireball whiskey. So.
And one.
Oh, and I had sex on the beach at Wick's Pizza earlier. Steve, stop doing those dirty
You had
motions.
1 bottle of vodka anally.
No, I did not. It
medical
is
purposes, okay?
Scott. It is the real Dana. It's not the fake Dana. The fake Dana that built another Facebook profile.
She built an empire based on your name, Dana. She's gonna have a dirty Steve.
Ooh, I wish, Jackson Jack, but I probably won't. Steve will probably be passed out later.
I'll be asleep, but
that's what I mean. You'll be out of it.
Instead of in it. Hey,
well, Jackson Jack, actually, it isn't legal in Kentucky. We could get in a lot of trouble, probably.
There's some kind of loophole that they can sell this stuff. It's called Delta 9 cannabis. And I don't know. It's you can go to cbdx.com or something, and you can lose it. Yeah, I'm losing weight, man. I'm losing.
Hold me closer, Tony Dance.
Look. No, I don't think I'm losing any.
Steve actually looked like a dirty sea captain for a second. Oh.
Well, we have Delta.
Huh? What?
What makes your 9's name?
We have Delta 8.
Ooh.
What makes yours 9? Jackson Jack wants to know what makes yours 9, hon.
Maybe it's Delta 8. I don't know.
Steve doesn't know. He's high.
I know
on
what
whatever.
it is. It's called Delta something. Not like the variant.
Oh. But
no, don't do that.
Does Steve take those Delta 8 gummies, or is it the real thing? I will send you the real thing, Steve. Don't waste your time with the Delta 8.
No, I had
I think
2 of them about not killing me. So
Jackson Jack says I think Texas made the Delta stuff illegal.
They are. I mean, it probably will not last for too long.
Probably not. So Steve better enjoy it while he can.
But they seem like they have different things they can switch it out. So if they make this, maybe they'll come out with Delta 9.
But
or Delta Extreme version of get it while you can. Oh.
Jay asked if you were cutting a promo.
No.
And Jackson Jack said we needed to get 2 chairs. So I guess they want you to stay, Steve.
No. Yeah. I'm gonna.
I think everybody pretty much tuned out on me last night. Maybe I was doing it too late.
Delta Felta? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be Steve's new sorority that he's going to own. It's called Delta Felta. So he can fill up
Have
all
you
the
ever
girls.
felt the Delta? Huh?
Jay, you're incredibly jealous of these shenanigans.
Wow. Jealous.
Yeah, but it takes a mixture of booze and THC gummies to make us like this. So we're not like this all the time.
I am, but
Steve, you know you got a T-shirt on over your body, so it's not like you're showing your body or anything. Dirk says, I give the TCM franchise a 1 excellent meat market out of 7
THC
sewage gravy
franchise.
prison plates.
You seen Meat Market Dana?
I don't think so.
I think I have, but it's been.
I've seen
everywhere.
lunch meat, or
Yeah.
maybe I have.
I don't know.
No, I think I'm getting lunch meat mixed up with microwave master.
You like that with the.
You need to get a dancing cage and put in the back so Steve can strip to some 60s pop like the Monkees or something.
A stripper
While I
pole for
talk.
exercise.
Steve's going to swing around the stripper.
What was What? Damn it.
Steve lost his whole train of thought. I think they like, slightly wasted Dana better than straight Dana, straight edge Dana that was on last night. I only had one Dirty Shirley last night.
It's a lot of dirty.
Get Steve some go-go boots and a diabolic mask. Wouldn't y'all rather see a chick dance like that?
Yeah. Here we go. Go there.
No, not me.
Go like that.
A sexy chick, not me. Red says, did you say Kentucky? I drove through there
Arch
several
Deluxe.
years ago and they still had the Arch Deluxe. That was my favorite in middle school. Yeah, we're way behind and stuff.
Texas Hold'em is asking me if I liked the editor. I did. I thought it was pretty
I hated it.
I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun movie.
Steve did, but I hated it.
I thought it was fun.
I thought it was a piece of shit, personally. But Steve and I tend to defer sometimes or diverge or whatever from what we like. You know what I talked about last night, Steve, besides Dirty Shirley's?
Dirty Sanchez.
Oh. We talked about some shot on video horror. Or I did. Can Steve do that new trend where you go out in the cold while you're really hot and the top of your head is smoking and sizzling like it's cooking, like The Rock in that video he posted?
I've done that before.
Only bald people can do it, I think.
Well, when I was in the Army, we were running up and down hills, and then I looked up, and it was, obviously the wintertime, and I saw a bunch of, it looked like steam coming, fire and smoke coming off of people. It looked like kind of a weird, like Ghost Rider with invisible flames or something.
I highly recommend Things Chef's Kiss.
Yeah,
that
Chef's
sounds
Kiss.
scary.
Dana, yeah, Brad, she's seen some crazy shit.
Oh yeah. Does Steve ever talk you into watching these crazy movies he likes with him? Yeah, I have regretted it on a few occasions.
Oh.
Not every occasion, but on some occasions I have lived to regret it. But usually I end up laughing like a loon. But the best thing I can do when he has me watch that really crazy stuff is to drink heavily while I'm watching it. And then it doesn't seem so bad.
I look like when Hellboy was getting his horns and that
fire and brimstone off Steve's forehead. Damn, Dana, I'm scared now since you didn't like the editor.
Don't even ask about Father's Day. So, I mean, yeah, she don't like any
I think I bought Father's Day for Steve because he wanted to watch it, and I was like, this is pretty cool packaging and stuff when it came in. But as far as the movie itself, I thought it was crap.
Crap. I loved it.
Crapola.
Hot stuff.
Um,
Hot loving.
Steve, how long are you going to have this Ebola syndrome back here?
Until I didn't get to do anything today, so to rearrange my Blu-rays to fit all the new ones in.
Oh, so they're staying back here until you have more room to
put them on the shelf.
Okay. I just thought you just like forgot that you had them back here because you ain't watched all of Kochak.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna save it for October.
Oh, I bought it for him for Christmas, so he's gonna save
I
it
watched
for
one
October.
episode, so what do you want?
One episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta get opera.
Steve has he has some THC. It's called a headband that we haven't done yet because we have no way to smoke it. You know, we don't have a pipe and we don't have any rolling papers or anything. I tried to get him to stop at Electric Ladyland today so we could get some rolling paper so we could smoke it. But
so this what it got. It's like a little gift to you.
a Delta 8 headband.
Headband.
See, it is Delta 8, Steve.
Yeah. But what would you think that was? I thought it was a headband.
He was gonna give it to his niece for
I said,
Christmas.
here's my niece. I thought maybe it was some headband that's supposed to release cannabis when you're sweating or something. But anyway.
So,
Whoa, this shit stinks. Ugh. But
Jackson Jack said, Father's Day reminds me, did you see the horror movie from a few years ago? I think it had Megan Good in it and Dennis Quaid just playing like a crazy stalker neighbor. Oh, I think I know what he's talking about, but I forgot what the title of that was. He said it looked goofy. I never saw it, was wondering if it looked good.
John Crisp spoiled half of Scream 5. How do you feel about Dracula or Nick Cage playing Dracula?
Dennis Quaid's son is
That'll
one
be
of
interesting. Let's just say that if he's still.
Oh, I didn't realize
Yes.
that was Dennis Quaid's son.
Yeah.
Okay. How y'all feel about Nick Cage playing Dracula?
I said
I
that.
think Nick Cage needs to stop being in movies for a while. That's what I think.
I think he must be in like a multi-year coke binge or something.
What, he's need money for his coke?
No, he's
or
just
what?
like out of his mind.
Because he's been in a lot of shit. I mean, I
Liquor
hated
Steve.
hated that Mandy movie. Steve
Mandy,
liked it,
I like
but I didn't.
Mandy. Hey Mandy, you came and you had a bunch of cult guys kill me. Oh, Mandy.
Texas says,
Texas.
I think there should be a Wicker Man 3 called The Wicker Steve.
The thicker Steve.
The Wicker Steve. What the heck? Steve, are you going to, like, take that out and rub it all over your skin?
I'm going to use it as suppository. It's staying on my
Like
head.
Jimi Hendrix, they say he did it with acid. Oh, The Intruder. Yeah, Borderline. That was the name of the movie.
Intruder. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
And Jackson Jack says, I think Cage needs to ride this wave, though.
I don't know. I think Richard Stanley is kind of.
John says,
that
imagine
John?
Randy Quaid as a screen killer.
Yeah,
after
I can.
after I saw that one weird video of Randy Quaid and his wife, and
Yeah.
they were like screaming about people trying to throw them out of their house or whatever was going on.
That's either complete mental illness or drugs.
Or both.
Yeah,
Borderline says, thanks for the spoiler, John. Yeah, Borderline, I'm sorry if you haven't seen the new Scream movie.
Borderline.
Nick Cage to make more movies with Richard Stanley.
Well, I think he got. I think he got burned.
Jackson Jack says we can make a bow out of aluminum foil. You just roll it around a pencil and pull the pencil out and bend one end up as a little bow and put a little head in there and light it up. Jackson Jack seems to know way too much about how to do this stuff.
Instructions and shit.
Yeah. He's telling us exactly how to make a bowl. Randy Quaid and Gary Busey in a horror mystery.
I want to see them
they're gonna
I want to do headbutts with Gary Busey. See what happens.
Multiple headbutts with Gary Busey to see who passes out first.
I think he's got a fucking steel plate in his head or something.
John says, well, it's been out for a month. LOL, my bad. Yeah, you're right, though, John. And, everybody, I guess, should have watched it by now. Homemade crack pipe. Well, honestly, I'm not going to be doing crack. I think the hardest thing I'm going to do is THC. So, Jackson Jack, that's how you smoked weed in high school? Don't be giving all your secrets away, man. You say you want to see Nick Nolte and Gary Busey locked in the same room and forget who's who. That could be scary. So, anybody that's in here tonight that was in my live stream last night, did you guys enjoy that? Or did I completely, bore you guys into oblivion? I just wanted to know, so the next time I do one, maybe I need to concentrate more on some other kind of topic or something like that. Really, Texas? You thought Mandy and Pig were both excellent? I don't even recall watching Pig, and I tried to watch Mandy. I think Steve watched it more than once, but I just hated that movie. Willy's Wonderland was kind of interesting for a watch. You say it's only good because it's bad, but it's intentionally bad, so it's not that good, but it's okay. It sucks, though. But I watched it the last 2 Octobers. Sometimes I catch myself watching stuff that I know is obviously not good. And not bad in a good way either. And I stop for half a second and wonder why I'm watching it, but I continue to watch it. So I don't, I guess we all do that at some point. Well, Jay, you say it was a good stream for a subject I'm not into. Well, thank you, Jay. I do appreciate that. You did stay till the end, and even though, like you said, that's not a subject that you're into, I guess I kept you interested enough to stay there for the whole stream. Darky said not one word from Cage. I feel like he's testing his acting talents. I don't know. I would rather go back and watch the Nicolas Cage when he was doing small parts and things like Fast Times at Ridgemont High or something, than some of the garbage that he's in now. I didn't even like that. What was that movie he was in? Mom and Dad. I didn't like that movie either. I just feel like some of these people are just there collecting a paycheck. I mean, I don't know if they're that desperate for money or what, but I mean, it seems like a lot of these people that, not necessarily Nicolas Cage, but people like Barbara Crampton, Caroline Williams, all kinds of people like that have been showing up in the last few years in these horrible, in my opinion, horrible horror movies. Yes, Steve. What? Stop saying what? Oh, Steve says to quit mentioning negativity, but I think I need to let people know that, hey, some of the stuff just isn't good. I mean, if you like it, groovy. But in my opinion, I don't think they're good movies, and I I don't know why these people that were once in great horror movies or in great movies, period, are in this trash now.
It's called I Need Money to Pay Bills.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. What are they needing it for? I mean, are they in that dire need of money?
Yeah.
Um,
I am hot, thanks.
let's see.
She's hot. Dana's hot.
Let's see. Pig
Bruce
isn't
Willis,
horror,
Mama
but the
Candy.
acting is great, especially Adam Arkin. Steve, do you have Pig downloaded?
I do.
Okay, maybe I need to watch that.
Maybe you do.
Brad, you say people act like Nick Cage is just now being over the top and crazy. He's always been like that. Yeah, I would agree with that, Brad. I think Nick Cage has always been just a little bit below that level of batshit crazy in movies he's in. He's just riding the fence there. John, you say Barbara Crampton is okay, but I don't get the fascination with her. I mean, I like Barbara Crampton a lot, and when she's been interviewed, I think that's great. And I mean, I enjoyed her in things like Chopping Mall, Reanimator, stuff like that. But this stuff she's been in the last few years, I just don't understand. Unless they are just really needing money, they can't think that this stuff is good that they're in. Dirk, you say Steven Seagal and Bruce Willis. Jackson Jack, you say she's hot. I assume you're talking about Barbara Crampton. I will agree. Barbara Crampton's a good looking woman still yet. And that's a straight woman saying that. Jackson Jack, you say I gotta focus on positivity. You know, I try. I really do try, but some of these movies get me down in the doldrums a little bit. John, you say young horror fans now tend to think these 80s horror actresses are way better than they were. Yeah, I think that's probably where the that fanboy syndrome's kind of running wild everywhere. Because I would have to agree with you. I mean, they were good for the movies that they were in, but then you want to stick them in every movie that every new fanboy has got coming out, because they've got some kind of weird fascination with these actresses. Scott, you said Barbara Crampton was looking good in Jacob's Wife. She's holding up in her old age. Yeah, I will agree that she does look good for her age. I didn't even watch Jacob's Wife, so I can't really comment on that one. Jackson Jacks, you say they work just like us, Dana, and they don't get paid as much as some people think, and money gets spent, and they also have to spend money to stay where they are. And I see what you're saying there. It kind of makes me sad because there was a time when these actresses were in high demand for more quality horror films, and now I realize that they have to make a paycheck and they have to make money, and they don't get paid very much. And you know, they'll take whatever they can get, but it's just sad to me. It's sad more than anything. Let's see. So it's not like just because you're in a movie once you're set for life, especially if you're in movies back in the 80s, and I agree with that too. John, you say, yeah, it's like Eric Roberts. He was a great actor, but he's been in some stinkers in the past few years. I would agree with that as well, John. Jackson Jack, you said they probably didn't get paid fairly back then as fairly as they are paid now. That is also true. Darren, you say some come back for the paycheck and look like they have totally lost the ability to act. Sadly, Darren, I would have to agree with you on that as well. Jason Jack, you say for every good movie an actor does, they got to do like 4 bad ones to live, man. Not everyone is RDJ getting paid $500 billion for one movie. LOL. John, you say, yeah, for sure. Like, Jamie Lee Curtis is great, but when people start saying Linnea Quigley is a good actress, LOL, that's where I can't get it. But I think it's interesting, John, that you brought Linnea Quigley up, because I may be wrong, but it doesn't seem like Linnea Quigley is one who's jumping on that bandwagon to be in every piece of crap that's made now. And I just, Linnea Quigley had her time, and she did great in the ones that she was in. And not all of those were great horror movies, but I do think that Linnea Quigley put herself out there, and she did the best she could in all circumstances. But again, I don't, and feel free to correct me on this if I'm wrong, but I don't remember seeing Linnea Quigley in any of these pieces of crap that have been put out in the last few years. Jackson Jack, you say, I think that's the director's fault. And some of it could be the director's fault. Dirk, you say, I liked her in Who's Next. Jackson Jack, you say, it's why sometimes Nick Cage is good and sometimes it's like you can't act. Dirk, you say, I mean, you're next. Jackson Jack, you say, Linnea is probably getting paid more than a lot of people at conventions too. I'm trying to remember how much it wasn't overly priced, I'll say that, when I met Linnea Quigley a few years back. But she probably is getting paid good at the conventions. I mean, decently paid. Jay, you say it's sad and total bummer to actors in subpar movies cashing in on 35-year-old horror glory. Yeah. Yeah, that's sad too. It makes me really sad, and in many ways makes me more nostalgic for those 80s movies. Jackson J, you say, because she's one of the more popular icons. John, you say, I wish Amy Steele had done more stuff. I liked her. I liked Amy Steele as well. I thought she did a good job in Friday the 13th Part 2. I think she was excellent in April Fool's Day. I mean, the few things that she was in, horror-related, were really good. Jackson Jack, you said, but does she also get paid by the convention to appear in addition to what she charges? I'm sure she does, Jackson Jack. I wouldn't be privy to what she gets paid, but I'm sure it's decent money. John, you say Corey Feldman, gosh, he was a terrific actor, but now he's probably horrible if he did a new film. John, I think the thing with Corey Feldman is, I'm not going to say he's gotten delusional, but I think Corey Feldman has a lot of problems now. And a lot of those problems probably stem from alcohol and drugs in his youth to whatever did or did not happen to him as far as, sexual molestation things. I don't know because I wasn't there, and, only he knows what happened to both him and Corey Haim in that respect. So, I just don't know. I feel kind of sorry for Corey Feldman at this point because I think he's been through something that unfortunately he is unable to deal with and process properly. And so that's affecting him now. Jackson Jaggy say Heather Langenkamp could also do stuff still and doesn't. Yeah, Heather Langenkamp's kind of been out of the spotlight for a while now. But you say she probably gets some Freddie residuals. I'm sure she does. Scott, you say, interesting seeing Amy Steele in the Powers of Matthew Star TV show from the 80s. I actually have never watched that show. I knew that she was in it. Peter Barton is also, like, I guess he's the big star in that. Jackson Jaggy said Feldman just did an episode of Steve-O's podcast. He's nuts, son. I just think he's got a lot of problems that stem, like I said, from, I don't know this 100%. I'm only speculating. But like I said, I think a lot of it stems from drug and alcohol abuse in his younger days to whatever other unfortunate things happened to him along the way. Actually, Darren, I did watch that Fanboy 13, and I found it oddly entertaining, but most of the people did not act very well in it. I will agree with you there. John, you said the only two you can think of who's been a good actor their entire life is maybe Leonardo DiCaprio and Kurt Russell, but they never quit acting and they always had good roles. I like Leonardo DiCaprio, and I would definitely agree with you on Kurt Russell. All the movies I've seen with Kurt Russell in them, I have yet to see him in a bad role. And maybe that's because Kurt Russell picks and chooses his roles more wisely. I don't know. Or he's just really lucky. Christian Bale is also a child actor. I like Christian Bale, not in everything he's in, but in a lot of things. Blair, you asked, do you think there will be a Goonies 3? Well, I'm confused. I mean, this might be the alcohol working on me. Was there a Goonies 2? Am I missing something there? Yeah, I would imagine everybody would forget he was a child actor. Because I wasn't even thinking about it till you said something. Elijah Wood isn't a bad actor really either. No, actually he's not. And Jodie Foster went from child actress to adult actress. Jodie Foster, you know, I've seen her on Taxi Driver. She was in that, the little girl who lives down the lane, I believe. She was very good in that, and she was young in that one. Oh, Goonies 2 was the NES game. Okay, I got you. I guess I never played the Goonies 2 NES game. And to answer your question, Blair, I don't know if there will be a Goonies 3. I wouldn't have a clue there. Dirk, you say there are plenty of good scripts that need to see the big screen, but cash grabby Hollywood ain't got no balls and just want that remake, sure bet. Definitely agree with you there. John, you say you feel like Jodie Foster got a bit odd in her later roles, something with her voice.
She got that
What?
That thing you get when you eat too much vagina.
You're only saying that because she came out as lesbian.
Yeah, but that's why her voice changed. She got that virus.
What virus? You know, Jodie Foster also did some directing. She did that Home for the Holidays movie with Holly Hunter and Robert Downey Jr. And that was a very humorous take on a dysfunctional family at Thanksgiving. I highly recommend that movie. I watch it every Thanksgiving.
Slackjaw, virus, that's it.
Slackjaw.
Cottonmouth.
Kurt Russell's first role was kicking Elvis in the knee. He was like 6.
He was like Orange Cassidy.
Blair says Todd Bridges could be put in the same class with DiCaprio and Kurt Russell.
Well, I don't know. The money class, no.
But I was saying, I don't think I've seen Kurt Russell in any bad roles in a movie. Have you? The roles have always been good that I've seen him in.
Right, what you said.
Okay. Hallie Steinfeld was the little girl in True Grit remake, and she's been fine in recent stuff like Bumblebee and Hawkeye. She was also in a horror movie or two over the years. I forget what they were. Well, how do you feel about Haley Steinfeld, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, she's got some real thick eyebrows. But
was she the main girl in Bumblebee?
Yeah, she's that little girl, but she's growing up.
And she's in Hawkeye, evidently.
She's
so.
the new Hawkeye.
Okay.
Did you like Poseidon? The god? He's been good to me.
Or the Poseidon Adventure? Or
I'm assuming Poseidon Adventure. I like the original.
I don't know that I
Kurt
ever
Russell's
watched
in the
it.
remake of Poseidon Adventure.
He's not in the original.
No, of course not. That's Gene Hackman, who's retired, who's 92.
Yeah, but
Russell was kind of pointless. I mean, realistically, I don't know.
Isn't Ernest Borgnine in the Poseidon Adventure?
Yes.
Okay.
He was like the 70s greatest hits, You had...
check out
Shelley
Kurt
Winters.
Russell's Charles Bronson story.
Well, yeah, Jodie Foster was in Ebola virus. She was actually playing that African woman who had Ebola, where he screwed her at the lake.
Is she really
No.
in this?
No!
Okay, I thought you were being serious. I was like, she wasn't in Ebola syndrome. But Russell was kind of pointless in Poseidon. Would you agree with that, Steve?
I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen that. So, I think the whole movie was pointless. I don't know what it's supposed to... that movie's pretty...
Let Steve know we are talking about child actors that are still good as adults. He looked confused why you were asking him about Haley.
Well, I wouldn't say she's fully adult. I mean, obviously she's 20-something, but so...
And tell her to the hot stage where Steve can, salivate over them.
She's holding her shit together. So did Lindsay Lohan. And then Lindsay Lohan went down the shitter,
well,
so you can't really...
Did Lindsay Lohan finally lose her shit completely?
Well, she's over.
Oh, wasn't she doing that reality show there for a while where she owned that bar or something?
Yeah, but that was stupid and that was over.
Okay.
But anyway, she's in some new commercial that was in Super Bowl where she's going to Planet Pizza, which is Planet Fitness.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah, the Kraken cut.
Jodie Foster is a South African, LOL.
Yeah.
With
not
her
the white
accent.
one either, not the white South African.
Jackson Jack says that Haley was the tiny little girl in the True Grit remake.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that, and but I mean, she's hot right now.
Darren said he would watch Ebola Syndrome with Jodie Foster in it.
She could take over Anthony Wong's role, and she could play the crazy person who's like raping them and giving them Ebola.
Why would you say that Jodie Foster could do that?
She can do anything. She's an actor. You give her a role.
Okay.
A dinner role, and she'll take it.
Steve loves this movie. He loves Ebola. He loves Ebola Syndrome. He did.
I did, because you can't get it out. It's stuck in the...
Oh, that's gross.
Because I was like, Anthony Wong, you're great.
He was masturbating to Anthony Wong.
Yummy gummies. Yes. You're jealous, DEADPIT on Patreon.
Captain B plays Yummy Gummies.
Gummleberries.
Steve wants him to make a yummy gummy of his penis.
Dana, please.
Well, you were talking about jacking onto a Ebola.
Some of these ladies need some fucking rolls, some bread.
Jodie Foster was in Taxi Driver as a child prostitute.
Yeah. Give it to child prostitute.
She cut off the tip of her finger in like a boat propeller or something. Jodie Foster did.
Or she's fucking Yakuza, and they cut it off for her mistakes. Eat on that.
Wes says, laughing my ass off, what the fuck? I guess because we said you were masturbating to Anthony Wong.
Anthony Wong with my dong.
Jay says, Ebola syndrome rules. Gotta run. Thanks for the party.
Yeah, how's the party?
Did he say that in there, or is Jay saying he's gotta run?
No, I'm assuming he's got to leave.
Oh, okay.
Lindsay Lohan cut her
Well,
finger.
we'll see you next time, Jay, then. Lindsay Lohan cut her finger on a boat.
Who we talking? I thought it was Jodie Foster that was fucking Yakuza. You talking about Lindsay Lohan as Yakuza?
No, that's who cut off the tip of her finger on a boat propeller, Lindsay Lohan.
Ugh. Well, probably hot Lindsay when she had the big titties.
Brooke Shields did a nude scene when she was like 12.
Yeah.
How did that happen? What was that on?
I think it was something called like Baby Girl or something similar, but yeah, it's...
Oh, no, she was of age probably when she was on Blue Lagoon.
Yes.
With
They didn't
Christopher
PG
Atkins.
Anyway or something, so, but yeah.
Yeah, but they could have showed side
Hey, I don't know
boob or
how they
something.
get away with certain nudity.
What was that
or
one
things,
foreign...
especially in, especially something like her.
What was that one foreign movie we watched where they had the giant aviary bird cage for birds, and there was that girl that she was probably 12 or something, and she was naked around this guy all the time. What was that movie? It's been a while since we saw it.
Were they going in caves?
I don't know. I just remember there being a gigantic aviary for birds. And
Yeah, it should Delta 8 and the all new Delta 9 gummy bears should sponsor Captain's Quarters.
Delta 8 gummy bears should sponsor Captain's Quarters. Yeah, they should. Steve does a lot of advertising for them. Jackson Jack, you say Brooke Shields was like 16 or 17 on Blue Lagoon.
There's a lot of...
But when she was 12, it was like full frontal, and she's like laying down on a bed posing. It's very weird. Oh, Lord, I've never seen that. That's what I remember when I looked it up when I was a teenager. I'm not looking it up now, LOL. No, it would probably make you guys feel weird now, even though Brooke Shields is...
So,
even though Brooke Shields is way above the age where she could do that kind of stuff. So, what are you doing? I like that on my butt.
That's what she said, but...
I'm cold and I want the heater warm.
Well, it's about 8, sweetheart.
Well, Steve's probably telling me it's time to get off here.
I'm just saying, you probably don't want to...
Well, I'm probably not going to go on much longer, but Scott, you say Jenny Agutter was naked as a teen in Walkabout 1971. See, I haven't seen that with Jenny Agutter either. Jackson Jack, you say it's on the Google. It's in an official movie. Blair, did we ever do a Dead Pit on the road? I think technically Steve could have done a Dead Pit on the road way back in 2009. Didn't y'all do a Dead Pit on the road when you went to the Georgetown Drive-In and they played Wes's copy of Madman? That was a Dead Pit on the road, but I can't really say that I was ever actually officially on a Dead Pit on the road. Texas says Pretty Baby by Lewis Malley. Keith Carradine is also in it. So Pretty Baby's that movie.
Pretty Baby!
Darren, you say, Blair, they did Madman on the road. Yep, Darren remembers.
He's got a catalog of everything.
Jackson Jack says, my friend told me the daughter in Last House on the Left was only 17 when they filmed that movie. But that's not true, is it? I can't remember how old the girl was that played Mary in that. if she was 17. I'd have to go back and maybe listen to the commentary or something.
17.
Steve's back here singing. So again, Jackson Jack, I can't really speak to how old she was in Last House on the Left. But I do know that girl was pretty much scared of David Hess that whole entire movie. And the scenes where he rapes her and carves his name into her neck and all of that are very intense. Dirk, you want to know what's the best, worst movie in your opinion? Oh, that's hard though, Dirk, because there are a lot of movies. There are several movies that I have watched that I enjoy. So I probably wouldn't call them the worst movie, but other people say they're terrible. So the big one that I've always had a debate with the DEADPIT boys about is Terror on Tour. And I've also had this almost same exact argument with Steve. In fact, Steve says he will never ever watch that movie Terror on Tour again. But there are other movies like Final Exam that I really like that a lot of people say is no good. So, my track record of movies that people refer to as just flat out bad movies, but I think they're entertaining. So I guess you would call, like, at least those two some of my best, worst movies. Jackson Jack, you say Steve don't know. You know he's watched that movie Along the Night on his own a lot. And he may very well have. Steve likes the peace scenes. Darren, you say Dark Knight of the Demon 1980 is up there. Yeah, I know, Jackson Jack. Everybody tells me it sucks, it sucks, it sucks. But I have yet for somebody that says it sucks to give me a valid explanation for why it sucks. Other than the actresses suck in the movie. The actresses are terrible. But they, the worst ones end up getting killed off pretty early within the movie, so it all balances out for me. Yeah, Scott, I saw that did play at the New Beverly, which I've been told that was Tarantino's copy that played there. So that means that somebody actually owns a print, and they own a 35 millimeter print, which means also that technically they could, I guess as long as Tarantino didn't have any objections, I'm sure nobody else is going to have any, they could put this out, either a DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, whatever, which makes me very excited about the prospects. Jackson Jaggy said, most people say horror sequels in general are bad, but I love them for the most part. I do too, Jackson Jack. Only franchises I don't really get behind with tons of sequels are Children of the Corn and Hellraiser after 2. Those are unwatchable franchises. Darren, you say, I think if there was a decent print of Terror on Tour, people may warm to it more, maybe. Yeah, Darren, I think you're winking there a little bit when you say that, but I do think that if a decent print was put out, it would get more fans, because look at some of the stuff that the boutique labels have put out in the last few years even. I mean, they put out stuff like Boarding House, Sledgehammer, Microwave Massacre. I mean, daggone. I mean, I think Arrow put out Microwave Massacre. Is that a good movie? Hell no, it's not a good movie. But it's entertaining, and, you know, people evidently bought it. I don't know if they bought it in droves, but some people bought it when Arrow put it out. There have been other things, you know. We talked about Blood Hook on here at one time. Hold on just a second. Reggie's peeking in the door. He's wanting in. Jackson Jack, you can't put it out on Blu-ray if only Dana will buy it. Hey, now Jackson Jack, I'm sure I wouldn't be the only one that would buy it on Blu-ray. There's got to be some other Terror on Tour fans. What about all those people that probably went to see it at the New Beverly when Tarantino showcased his print? Dirk, you say you enjoy the first 4 Hellraisers. Jackson Jaggy said Microwave Massacre stars the voice of Frosty the Snowman, whoever it is, though. Yeah, it does. It certainly does. And I actually, you know, I can prove to you guys that I actually have a copy of Arrow's release of Microwave Massacre, and here it is. And Steve was like, why on earth did you buy that? But I did just because it's just a fun little movie to waste a little bit of time on. And it has stand-up comedian and actor Jackie Vernon on it. I mean, look at that cover. How can you resist a movie that looks like this? Scott, you say Terror on Tour with Dana and Steve commentaries up on DeadPit's Roku channel. Thank you, Scott, for the acknowledgement of that. There may have been some people that had not seen or heard that, and I do appreciate that. I appreciate any promotion of our stuff. The original Boogeyman, Dirk, yes, it did get a Blu-ray release. I think Steve has the Blu-ray release of that. And Darren, you bought, okay, so Steve's going to have to raise eyebrows at both you and I because Darren says he bought Microwave Massacre on Blu-ray, on DVD and Blu-ray.
The Boogeyman Blu-ray came out of Germany.
Okay, that was the German.
It cost like $40.
But didn't somebody else put it out?
Somebody else is putting it out now, I think. I don't think it's been released yet, but I think there is a new release coming.
I think Steve and I did a commentary for Boogeyman also, didn't we, Steve?
I believe so. But,
my favorite part of Boogeyman is when the little brother is like sneaking around trying to catch a peek at his sister's tits or something, and he raises up the window and leans in the bathroom, and the Boogeyman spirit has already taken over the sister and caused her to stab herself in the throat or whatever with the shears she's using to trim her hair, and then the little boy sticks his head in and goes, Boogeyman, and then the window slides down on his neck and breaks his neck. It's like, he goes, Boogeyman, and he goes, and I laugh at that every time. Jackson Jack, you say, do you got the blue and pink Savage Streets Blu-ray? I don't think I do, Jackson Jack, but it could be possible that Steve does. I would have to ask him. Darren, you say the 88 Films Boogeyman has been out a few years in the UK. And you know what, Darren? That might have been the one I considered getting a while back. Do you know if 88 Films still has it out, or is it sold out? Jackson Jack, you say shears are for hedges. Well, scissors then. Yeah, that was a video nasty. Also, Boogeyman was. Well, yeah, I do realize that I'm married to Steve, but our movie collections have always been separate. Um, so I don't consider the stuff that Steve owns mine in any way, shape, or form, which I'm not planning on divorcing Steve, but if we ever got divorced, I would not take his half of his movie collection or anything like that. He all of his stuff that he's got, where I bought it for him or not, would remain his. And I realize that not all married couples see it that way, and they, consider what's his is mine and what's mine is his, and all that. But that's not necessarily the case in our household. Um, Dark, you say you haven't seen Boogeyman since the early 80s. Ooh, yeah, you might want a refresher on that one, because it is an entertaining little film. Darren, you say you think it's still available. Okay, I'll have to look into that, because I do occasionally buy things from 88 Films. Jackson Jack, you're saying, you're wondering about us now, aren't you? Oh, Darren, I love the Hysteria Continues commentary on anything. It always, anytime I see Hysteria Continues doing a commentary for any release, there have been a few releases that aren't even UK releases that Hysteria Continues has done commentary for. So that would probably push me over the edge to buying it. Jackson Jack, you say, seems like you are planning on divorce. No, Jackson Jack, I'm not planning on divorce at any point in time. I very much love Steve and plan to be with him until I draw my last breath. So I'm just saying, if and if unfortunately, I don't like to talk about this kind of stuff, but if Steve is the one that goes before I do, I would not sell off his collection of movies either, unless, or in his posters and all of that, unless money was needed for some critical things. This collection would remain in my hands until I passed away. Do we each have our own money? Well, technically, yes, Jackson Jack, we do. We have our own separate bank accounts, but we do share the responsibility of bills. I pay some of the bills. I get our groceries every week. I pay the water bill every other month. I pay the trash bill every 3 months. Steve takes care of the bulk of the bills, but I try to help out where I can. And so, we try to, of course, Steve makes more money than I do, so he does shoulder the majority of the bills. But like I said, I help out when and where I can. So you wouldn't bury Steve with his movies. I don't think I could bury Steve with his movies. As you can see behind me, that's the majority of Steve's movies. So I don't think there's any way that those could be buried with him. You could make his casket out of Blu-rays. Well, that's possible.
Weird talking.
I didn't start this conversation. First, it went from divorce to to Lordy.
And then
and now they're talking about making your casket out of Blu-rays, and and burying
I
you
want
with
it to
your
be
movies.
one big slipcover. No, a steel book.
Steve wants his casket to be a steelbook. Okay. If CK passes away, are you and Steve in the will to inherit his collection? I highly doubt it, Scott. I would imagine Wes's wife will inherit his collection if he goes before her. Wes says Steve spends most of his money on his gummy collection. Jackson Jack, you say when CK passes, a trigger attached to his heartbeat will set off a bomb in his collection. Yeah, because he won't want anybody else to have it. Okay. So, considering the fact that this conversation has completely went off the rails into territory that I didn't mean for it to go into, I think I'm going to call it a night now. And Jackson Jack says Wes's wife going to be having a yard sale. I don't even want to speak for Wes and Sarah and all of that. That's between those two. So 25-cent Blu-rays. Okay, so thank you guys for hanging out with me for a while at the tail end of Steve's captain's quarters.
Tail end.
Yeah, you see Steve's tail end. So I'm going to let Steve cut this thing off for the night, and I'll see you guys again soon.
Nothing.
TMI.
Hey, woo! Turn that shit off. It's hot as fudge. Crazy. Good night, everybody. Thanks for wasting more of your weekend. We'll waste it again. Somewhere down the crazy river. All right.
Bye.
See ya. Here, listen to this new outro.
Up your butt. Like, subscribe, and if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do or
I
not.
want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell. Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. DeadPit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1. Give it